everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea. Today I have my hashtag select a shade group collab for March. This is a collab that I do every month with well, there used to be 8 of us and now there's 6 of us, and we each pick a color and then the challenge is to find the closest color to that in your own collection and then use them all together in a look. So normally we have 6. Desi just couldn't join us this month, so we're down to 5 for this month. But that'll just make it a little bit easier. What is going on with my hair? I don't know. Anyway, you're not here to hear me talk about my hair. You're here to hopefully see me put on some eyeshadow. So I am going to start, let's see, I think Kim picked the first shade, Kim from Teacher Loves Beauty, and she picked a light pink. So I'm going into my Natasha Denona Love palette and I'm going to use this shade Valentine. Ugh. It's a nice light pink. Then, whoops. Then Colleen, I don't know if I'm doing this in order. It really doesn't matter. Colleen picked a periwinkle. And this, to me, this is still periwinkle. It's not maybe a more pastel-y periwinkle. Wait, did I even say what the theme was? The theme was spring colors. So, wow. So I decided I'm gonna go into my Shroud and Batty Bean It's Freaking Bats palette into this shade Spooky. Because I think of this as, this is like a dark periwinkle. There it is right there. Teresa chose a spring green and she was very specific, not mint, but a spring green. So when I think of spring green, I think of a green that has like maybe a little more yellow in it. So I am going into, oh my gosh, I still have the plastic on the mirror. Okay, everybody. This is my Alamar and Encanto eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is called Porque I Can. And this still isn't quite as yellow as I think of when I think of spring green, but it's definitely not mint. So there's that one. Then I picked lemon yellow, and I was very open with it, like a more of a golden lemon, a more pastel-y lemon, matte shimmer. I really didn't care. So I'm going into my Clarity Cosmetics So Amazing palette, and I am going to be going into this shade right here called Don't Be Shellfish. And this is one of those yellow shades that has like, it has a pink shift to it. I don't know if I'm going to actually be able to show you the pink shift. Not really. It just looks like a translucent yellow. But when I look at it like this, what are you doing, bud? It looks, it's got like a pink reflect to it. And then finally, Jen picked a dark brown just to help tie everything together. And then I'm going to go into my Natasha Denona Zendo palette, which I have not used yet. I got this in my lucky bag this year. And I am going into this shade Mindful right here. Bud, what? This, it looks more like a satin. I don't think it's not a true matte, because when I look in the pan, it's got like that little bit of like shine to it that satin shades do. It's not a pure matte, but I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do. And we are allowed to bring in other colors, which I feel like I probably will bring in one more color just for my transition. I don't know what it is. Bud! I don't know. This happens all the time, depending on like what the lighting is like outside, and the fact that my walls are green, like it makes the color balance in my videos very off sometimes, and today is one of those days, so it is what it is. We're just gonna deal with it. Nathaniel, what? What? Okay, so I'm going to get started. And, I mean, technically, well, you know what we'll do? We'll just say, because I picked the lemon, we'll just say I'm picking 2 shades for the lemon, because I think I also want to use this yellow matte in this palette, Fantastic. So I'm going to start off with that one. Do I swear, I should not be allowed to own makeup. Hey, if you're keeping track, that's 2 of those mirror protectors that I've never taken off palettes because I've either never used them or used them once and just didn't think about it. Because of the lighting in here, like, I can see the yellow, but I don't think it's going to show up on camera because of the lighting, so we'll see. But I'm just putting this Fantastic shade. I'm not even really buffing it because it is a pastel. I don't want it to completely disappear. And I know Misty didn't like the mattes in here. I haven't had a problem with them so far, but they are pastels, so they are a little more finicky than a straight up like regular yellow or regular matte shade might be. You can see that there. But yeah, because of my walls, everything today, and the fact it's very overcast today, everything in here kind of has a greenish tinge, so it is what it is. And here comes Madeline. What, honey? Are you having problems? Yes. Do you need help? Oh, she got it. Okay, next I'm gonna go into, watch out, don't hit the umbrella. I'm gonna go into the Valentine shade from the Natasha Denona Love palette and place that underneath the yellow. She literally just came in here to like open my door and then leave. She doesn't want to be in my videos anymore, which on the one hand, like, I'm okay with, but on the other hand, I'm like, her adoring fans are gonna wonder what's wrong, and she just doesn't seem interested anymore. I don't know what it is. I guess she's getting too grown up to come be in her mommy's videos. Okay. I'm going to go back with the same brush. I'm just going to clean it off, and I'm going to go back over the edges with the Fantastic shade from So Mermazing, just to see if I can, 1, like, blend them together a little bit, and then 2, get the yellow to show up a little more. They're not really, I was kind of hoping they would make an orangey color, but they're not. That's fine. I don't know that an orangey color would really go with what I'm planning for the rest of my look anyway. It is what it is. It's fine. And now, I know Jen said she was going to use the brown as a deepening shade, but I'm thinking I'm just going to put that on my lower lash line because I actually want to use the Periwinkle for my deepening shade. So I'm just going to do the lower lash line now. I might try something. I was watching a Rachel Maxey video the other day, who, if you don't follow her, I'll link her channel down below, but she does, I think she only does like 1 video a week, but she's a very into like Victorian style. And is it really Victorian? I don't know, but like more old fashioned. Like, she does the big rollers, and she's got like a lot of, I would say, like early 1900s, maybe late 1800s clothing, and she does videos on like recreating dresses, and I don't know, she just does a ton of different stuff, and she's funny. And she did the video that I just watched. She actually did like, I think she called it a cat eye, where she did on the lower lash line, but then she just like extended it out in a thin line, and I'm going to try that, and I don't know how well it's going to work or how it's going to look, but like kind of like that, I think. Wow. I wish I could make this not so green. I know I'm complaining about it a lot. I'm sorry. It's just, it's annoying me. I wonder if I turn my lamp on, if that'll balance some of it out. Is it? It might. I don't know. It might be. Yeah, like. Or was this like the fox? I don't know. The fox eye. I don't follow trends like that. I'm not cool. I just do whatever I feel like. Actually, I wonder if this Mindful shade, if it's one of her like cream to powder formulas. I don't really know very much about Natasha Denona, like, so I have no idea. It's a nice shadow. It's dipping my brush in it. It looks like it's a cream, so maybe it is one of those. Like I said, I don't know. This looks really weird right now, and I'm hoping that once I get the rest of my makeup on, it won't look quite as weird. But okay, now it is time for that, what is it called? Spooky? Now it's time for Spooky from It's Freaking Bats. This palette is so pretty, and if you watched the palette tag video that I did, I just got a little bit of fallout, that I did with Anna and Danny, this was, we all came up with our own questions as well, and Anna's was the palette with the most unique color story in your collection. This is definitely it. This is my one and only Shroud palette. What the heck? It just does not want to cover that like one little section. There we go. Is that even? Probably as even as I'm gonna get it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some glitter glue. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. I'm just going to use my finger for this part. I'm going to take the Porque I Can shade from the Encanto palette. I'm going to do that over most of my lid. And then I'm going to take the You're So Shellfish shade from the So Amazing palette and do like the very inner part of my lid and then the inner corner. The periwinkle and this green are a very nice color combo. I feel my fat little fingers are just not getting this one. Oh, my fingers aren't getting like this one spot right here. But this is really a shadow that's better suited for your finger and not a brush. So it's kind of hard to pick it up on a brush, but let's try over here. Got that little bit of like, I might, once I'm done, deepen it up, like go in with a smaller, more detailed brush to help deepen up that periwinkle just a smidgen. to like really make it pop and make it look like I have liner on, kind of, and not have to really do liner. Let's see, I'm just gonna use this julep brush for the Clarity yellow shade. I don't know why. Whatever I do, I feel like this, because my eyes are kind of deep set, so I feel like getting the inner corners is just kind of difficult. Okay, so that's done. Whoops. Done with that one. And then I might have to just take a picture and insert it in better lighting, because you're really not seeing the pink or the yellow at all, even though like I can see them. They're just not showing up very well. So I'm just gonna take a very, why am I doing it this way? Wow. I'm gonna take a small detailed brush. This is a domed pencil brush, and go back into Spooky and just like darken it up right there. It doesn't want to stick right here. Why? Stick. Okay. I'm probably gonna ruin it, but I'm gonna go back and really want that pink to show up a little more. So let's see, I'm gonna take a smaller, that one's kind of dirty. I washed my brushes and they all still look dirty. This is a Ulta crease brush. I'm just gonna go back into that Valentine shade and see if I can't punch it up just a little. See it a little better now, I think. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Of course, that lemon yellow is pretty much gone. I'm just going to dip into that one more time, but I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to blend it really with the pink. I'm just going to do that as a brow bone highlighting shade. This, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. This inner corner got a little out of control. That's fine. Last time, you. So I haven't used all of the mattes in this palette, and I know, did I mention already that Misty didn't like the mattes? I don't remember. So I can definitely see where she's coming from as far as the yellow goes, at least. Like this is not the best like pastel yellow that I've ever used in my life, but they can't all be winners, you know what I mean? So this is what my eye look is. Why will that one spot not, I don't know what is going on with my eyeshadow today. It just doesn't want to play. This one spot just keeps getting patchy and I don't understand why. And that's bothering me. I'm going with the spooky shade again and try to, I mean, I did just blend over it, so maybe that's why, but come on. It just doesn't want to stick. That is upsetting me. It's kind of doing the same thing on this side again, too. What the F? I guess that's a little better now. They're not looking as even as they were before, but what are you gonna do? I'm gonna stop fiddling with it because it's not gonna get any better. And I think, let's see, for my lower waterline, I'm going to use this Chartreuse Flash pencil from NYX. For my upper, because I really don't know, I really don't feel like I want to do like liner. So my upper, I'm just going to do this brown to kind of like mimic the brown that's on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to do mascara and lips. And then I will be right, oh my gosh, I can't talk. And then I will be right back for the finished look. Okay, obviously I moved my camera a little bit because I wanted to see if I had a darker background, if that would help the lighting. I think it did a little bit. I don't know, but either way, this is my finished look. I normally like to do liner, but I figured I don't know what Madeline is doing. We're just going to ignore her. I really like the way that this, I'm going to have to do this quick because I don't know what's going on out there, but I really like the way the spooky shade is like kind of still peeking out when my eyes are open. I do have hooded eyes, so it's harder to see, but when I have liner on, obviously my crease, my outer corner shades tend to get a little lost when my eyes are open. So I like the fact that you can still see the periwinkle shade, and I like how it's all, I mean, I could blend these two together a little bit better, but at the same time, I don't know if it's like just the fact that I set it, or I have a bunch of different shadows going on in my crease that I then put the spooky shade on top of, but that it's getting a little patchy in that one spot. I don't want to mess with it anymore. So the blend could be a little better over here, but it is what it is. Overall, I really like the eye look, and it's a very bright spring color story, and I'm excited to see what the other ladies do. So now I have to go see what Madeline is doing and why she is screaming like a banshee. So that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're staying safe and sane and healthy, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.